Hello and welcome to the Astral Guide. I'm Shireen, part 2 of Dream Series 4. So in this one I'm going to talk about another dream I had, which was probably about 20 years ago. Vivid, very intense, and this one had a twist to it, so it was very strange. It was very, very vivid. I was in a building, I was in a house, and I was coming through levels and levels and levels and levels, and they didn't stop. It was like I was falling from the sky, and I kept coming down and down and down and down, and eventually I dropped into a house. And I don't know whose house this was. I don't know where I was. All I knew was that I was a little girl, and I was probably about 3 or 4 years old. I had a little pink dress. I had blonde hair in a ponytail. It wasn't somebody that I recognized to be me. And if anybody's had an experience that they've been falling, normally you wake up, but I fell into a deeper dream, and I'm sure other people have seen something similar. But anyway, I landed in this house, and there was a man in this house, and there was other people, but the man was the main person that I was kind of attached. I was kind of attached to this person. And I kept screaming at him and screaming at him, and nobody would listen. No one would listen to me. And I was going around the house. I was running up the stairs. I was throwing balls around the place. I was basically just trying to get people's attention, and no matter what happened, they wouldn't listen to me. And I came to a realization quite fast after I would start banging on a wardrobe and banging the wardrobe door. I just stood back and I kind of went, I'm a poltergeist. I'm actually not here. I'm not supposed to be here. And this was a very big, scary realization, you know, that nobody can hear you, nobody can see you. You're just stuck there. And that was very, very scary. So this happened maybe longer than, I'd say probably about 25 years ago. This happened. And I remember my dreams from very, very young, because they've always been so vivid and so strong and very on point with everything I've been going through. And I suppose that dream gave me a realization to something. And, you know, we can look at this in the psychological type of way of saying not feeling seen or heard, in a sense, or a trauma from being young as a child, or an attachment that I had a difficulty releasing, possibly my dad. But it showed me this very interesting, creative kind of movie in my subconscious about myself. And yes, it covered all of this stuff, but at the same time, it covered a very deep realization within myself. And that's why it's falling and falling and falling into levels. So there's like layers upon layers upon layers, and that's also work to be done, because you have to, once you get to rock bottom, as they say, you have to, you know, the only way is up, true, but you have to make your way back up again. And sometimes in our life we can feel very ungrounded, perhaps lost, vulnerable, scared, and just wanting somebody to hear us or somebody to see us. And it makes sense to me. A lot of things happened in my life around that time, to do with male figures in my life. So that was definitely very congruent with what was happening in my life. And that never repeated again, kind of hit me in the face. So yeah, I was a poltergeist, and I knew when I woke up what it felt like, which was very strange to take on board that kind of knowing or feeling. Or I was like, that's never ever going to happen to me. when I'm out of here, I'm out. Anyway, when I'm out of here, I'm not coming back, and that's that. I've already decided that. So maybe somebody has seen something like this, and feel free to share in the comment section if you've had anything like this. The energy at the moment is bringing up a lot in the subconscious in people, I believe, and I have no problem sharing. So I would be I'd be very grateful if anybody else felt like sharing anything. And if you like this video, please feel free to like and subscribe. And if you're looking for a personal reading, the ways to contact me are in the description box below. And I will see you in part 3. Thank you. Bye.